Welcome in, everyone, to this week's chapter of New Blood by Night. All right. Bill, do you mind our recap?
So starting off, everyone had individual feelings here. They were kind of explained, and the players were allowed to elaborate on. Damien kind of had these feelings of what's out there in the dark and how it could affect and or harm the people he cares about. And his conclusion to that was essentially whatever he has to do to survive and protect the ones he cares about, he's going to do it. Doesn't matter if it's the wrong thing or if it's something that's abhorrent and would even vilify him in the eyes of the coterie. It's a necessary sacrifice in the grand scheme of things to him, and maybe it takes a piece of him each time. Then with Aurora, it's more about wanting to protect those that are important to her and that she's grown to know, while also trying to lead Stone down this alleged new path. We'll see where it goes. But he's definitely leaning towards a way, and she has a bit of power in that regard. Whether she wants to use or abuse it is purely up to her. For Mori, it's more of a fleeting moment that she allowed herself to have, but she's more or less closed off her heart, saying that, he may be the light in the dark, but that light in the dark needs to be kept at arm's length. And I need to focus on taking care of Peggy. With Azriel's kind of in a state of just mixed emotions. He's torn between two people, but he's also torn about himself. And he's trying to find that balance of being for himself and being for others. And as the night played out, Damien would wake up an hour early, actually, which Zero was rather shocked because he's never seen him wake up earlier than he usually did. Scuttling about, he had quite a bit of an ordeal trying to glue some hair to his bald part of his face, because felt a little self-conscious being insulted by an owl and a rat. More or less, he told him about his phone, wasn't happy, gave him a bath. After he gave him a bath, he decided to, kind of let him marinate in the bath and go over and try to fix his phone. After half hour, 45 minutes, he was able to do so. That being said, he finally listened to the voicemails. They didn't seem super concerning, but the second one seemed a bit more pressing in a certain regard. Aside from contacting Mori before, he decided to reach out to Aurora. Aurora, essentially awakens. We kind of continue her scene. And she kind of has like this moment with Stone. It's very intimate, very sensual, gets into some NSFW territory. There's definitely, some aggressive petting and hand holding. There is a bit of a feeding sesh. There is a prayer that is uttered by Stone, as well as another thing that I'm not going to repeat, because if you listen to the episode, you will definitely notice it, and I noticed it. After they have their moment, things continue to escalate. It gets really hot and heavy. Damien comes in with the cock block. He comes in with the cock block with the phone call. He more or less has a conversation with Aurora about saying, hey, I need help. Besides Mori, you're the only person I've contacted. Then she mentions Azriel and the whole thing that went down with Alice and them. There is, for Damien, a sense of mistrust due to the fact that if he's more or less just a lapdog and he just went back to someone after X amount of time, he doesn't know if he could trust that. Then the phone is handed to Stone. They have a back and forth, which has a much more mutual understanding with one another. In fact, it's almost like butter on bread in a sense, just able to kind of be on a similar wavelength. And they're both of the mind if they were to cut out Azriel, there wouldn't be much change, but they would either light him on fire or throw him in the sun. Aurora expresses that she does not want to just cut off Azriel and that he has the potential to be redeemed. Going over to Azriel, Azriel wakes up miserable. You know, he has Thanatos, but he's just torn to bits. Like his emotions, his thoughts, his feelings are just kind of everywhere. So to kind of get out of that negative space that he's in, he asks Thanatos to watch the apartment, and he goes to the church. He goes to pray. He reaches out to a higher power. He goes to a place that grounds him, that is able to put him in a place that could make him potentially feel better. While he was there, asking God himself, what should he do? How can I salvage this? How can I still make this work? He sees a woman who comes out of the confessional. She drops something, kind of scurries out after bumping into the candelabra, and Azriel kind of scurries over and notices that she dropped something. When he picks it up, it's just a letter with I believe a bookmark as well. That could be wrong, but he tries to run after her and find her, but she's just gone by the time he tries to. So it's kind of left holding a letter, and that gal is just long gone. He feels that while he had his time in the church, he goes to see his sister, just to kind of watch and observe, and once again to kind of ground himself, to prioritize his, what he needs to do, and kind of get himself straight. And kind of seeing her interacting, even though she herself kind of has this body language of like something's not right. Gets a phone call. Aurora and Azriel conversation. Aurora expresses that she didn't understand the situation between Alice, and that it's very strange how when he's with Alice, he's very robotic, very subservient, very submissive, whereas with Mori, he seems more free, more expressive, not cold. She points that out. She specifically says, I don't know if you were just trying to look for love in certain places or out of desperation, but you have to think and be for yourself rather than be for others, which is a good message to give across. It's very good, very solid. I like it a lot. The proposal is given if you want to join us at the lake to track things down, because we're going out there. It is eventually concluded that he will go to the public archive in the library and try to find something connecting some sort of tissue to what's going on there, to what's going on in town regarding into disappearances. Mori, go over to Mori. She's stocked up. She's ready to go. She's on the hunt. She's got her gear on. She's ready to get that girl dinner. She's ready to whoop some ass. And she goes out to meet Peggy. Peggy's trying to use code, but God bless Peggy. She's not the best at it. She really does try her damnedest. She mentions that she did have a hit. She would like to talk to her at this amusement park. As Mori is headed out to the amusement park, she runs into Azriel. Being the voice of God, she said this was a mistake. And then, just goes off. Azriel tries to say something, but I don't think it got to her in time. So she went out. When she does get to the amusement park, is where things become a little dire. Peggy's nowhere seen. Her car door is open. Purse, gun, badge, all there. And all there is a trail of blood. Trail of blood starts to head towards the lake. And as she heads towards the lake, she's hit with a phone call from a strange woman asking about a Banu Hakim. Essentially saying, oh, sorry. He's gone now. Hope he wasn't of importance whatsoever. Hangs up. But after that, after a certain roll check, she realizes or surmises that she's being watched or hunted, more or less, tracked by something. After revealing herself, creature busts out of the trees, bushes, the foliage, and just assails her with some quick wit, quick moves. Mori's able to put a couple of shots in this 16-armed, fur-ridden beast. That after, getting pummeled, he decides to run off. It decides to run off. What we don't see is did you get the location? Just remember that. After facing off, she starts going towards the lake where she meets Samiel. They both kind of meet up. They agree to be bait. Well, Samiel agrees to be bait, and Mori goes invisible again. Sam decides to turn his arm into a blade, more or less, to give himself another option in a fight. As this happens, Azriel nearly has this crucial key information, but he has to run, break out, and go towards the lake. So everyone eventually gets to the lake. We all congregate. We move towards the cave, with varying degrees of success, some better than others. Aurora shifts into a wolf, is able to track down where Peggy and hopefully Mia are. And the cave reeks of copper, and everyone makes their entrance. And that's where we left off.
That was amazing. Everyone can have 1 point of experience and
Yay!
and 1 willpower. Okay, how we're going to handle initiative. I would like everyone to roll a d10 digitally, and the highest will go first. We're just going to do the rules for a simple conflict here. Not that the conflict itself will be simple, but just the initiative roll.
I rolled a 1.
Mori, goddammit.
I shouldn't laugh, but I find it funny because Mori has
She's the fastest, she's invisible, and
Yeah.
and Damien are like the most trained killers. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Alright. It's alright. It'll just add flavor. It'll just add some flavor. Okay. Suspend your disbelief for just a moment as I have the coterie move deeper into the dark. It is almost immediately that this entity explodes through an impossibly narrow side slot-like crevice. The thing would have to shrink down maybe to an inch to fit. And it lunges. But, on the upside, Samiel, you rolled higher than it. And so you are not caught as it spreads its arms like some amalgamation squirrel or flying entity. All 16 of them spread that come down into a crushing hug. You get to go first, Damien.
So this thing is coming at us whole hog, huh?
Whole hog. It's coming out. It's ready to fight.
All right, he's just gonna take aim and take a couple pot shots before this thing tries to get too close. Let me see what my roll is. That is dexterity and firearms. Yeah, okay. It's curious. It's curious. Super curious.
Does anyone have Bloodhound?
Yes.
Okay, you smell animalism and protean resonance. Well, sorry, just animal blood resonance from this thing, which it's entirely unnatural.
Okie dokie.
And then I will, on your turn, I need you to roll a Wisdom Awareness, Mori. But yeah, we'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was a real good roll. That's 5 sucks out of 6.
Okay. Let's see the margin here. I'm gonna roll for it to twist mid-air. You got 5?
Yes.
And what kind of bullets are you using?
Silver rounds, silver bullets.
Okay. Let me look at the rolls really fast. I think you miss because it also rolled a 5. Yeah, it spins out of the way. The arms tucking in. And then... But it's still coming at you. Are you going to try and dodge this? Or are you going to try and meet it brawl for brawl? Because it's changed its velocity to just tackling you.
I can try and dodge it. Big dodge. Let's dodge.
Okay. So... I'll have you roll.
Oh, that was abysmal. Use one of my story willpowers here.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. So I got messy crit and 2 successes, so 6.
Okay. And you are rolling... I guess technically it's still ranged because it's like flying through the air at you. So what did you roll? What did you use to roll with?
I rolled athletics and dexterity just to get out of the way.
Okay. That's, yeah. Okay. So you managed to roll aside. I want to settle everybody rolling dexterity athletics. Mori, you have a extra dice circumstance bonus because you are invisible.
A single dice set?
Yeah, yep. And then at your turn.
What if
Okay,
I
out
just
of
want to meet
curiosity.
it with the brawl?
If you want to meet it with a brawl, then you, on your turn, will be rolling your strength and brawl. Or, oh yeah, you don't have a melee weapon. It's straight brawl.
Yep, that's me. I have claws.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want me to post that in the
Yep.
thing for you?
Just put it down
So-
for me.
Also, because I'm in in the Wolven form, do I get more dexterity?
Yeah, if you're using your celerity, which I believe you are.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
so
that was my question as well.
how many additional dice do I get for that? Just the one?
Yeah, so for combat,
Okay.
it's just the one from your
Okay.
celerity, and then for Mori, it's the one from celerity, the one from tier, and the one from the circumstance bonus. So Aurora, I believe, will have 2 extra dice, and Mori will have
Yes.
3.
I have fleetness activated, so I actually get to add 4 with my celerity bonus.
I did not roll that great.
Mhm.
It's okay.
5, 6. 11 successes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, to be fair, I got the extra dice from the circumstance on top of, all my other dice, and I had celerity active, so I had a total of 15 dice.
Oh my god.
Can I also blood surge my strength before I try to fight back against it?
Not this first
Okay.
time, but the next round, yes.
Makes sense to me.
Jesus.
All right, Aurora, it is going to still hit you. It will miss Mori.
Okay.
Okay. But the margin is only 1. So for you, it's 1 superficial damage. Which technically in combat you round down, but 1 is still just 1.
Okay.
Okay. Let me... I believe Azriel or Aurora was next? Oh yeah, Aurora, your turn.
All right. So it's on me, right? Could I want to try to use 1 feral weapons for my fangs and try to attack it at the jugular. So I would like to use intelligence with that to kind of
Figure out where the
assess-
jugular is.
yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll them both.
All right. So first, let me do feral weapons. So I believe I get 2 additional dice. Not sure.
No, it's just a +2
Okay, it's a +2.
modifier.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so +2 modifier. And then I roll intelligence, and for this one, just intelligence, or do I do intelligence and dexterity?
That'll be an intelligence and dexterity plus your celerity bonus.
Okay. So that, and then those 2, plus the 1. Okay. Hopefully this will be better. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Okay.
My chat willpower. The willpower because I got 2 out of fucking 7 dice.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. Okay, let's roll that again and see what happens. That is not good either, but well, okay, that's fine. 3.
You have no idea where the jugular is. The shape of this thing is a terrible amalgamation. You find one face, like, underneath the belly that's just this open, long maw, like a person's skull that was stretched and changed and then attached. And then there's another head under one of the armpits. And so every time it opens, it just screams. Though the scream is nothing but a hoarse whisper, just every time it moves, and each mouth has a different voice.
Okay. If that doesn't work, then I would just try to escape, like get out of here. So.
Okay? That's an automatic success because it is not trying to grapple you, and Azriel is also fighting it, so.
Okay. And that would be the end of. Because then. Yeah, that'd be the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. Alright. Okay, Az.
That's me.
So you got a 7?
I will. Yeah,
Trying
I rolled
to-
pretty good.
Punch into it. Let me just.
I'm trying to tear into it with my claws.
Okay. Okay. You tear. And it does bleed. But the blood itself is liquid, congealed like gelatin.
Very unnatural.
Yeah, I mean, you do a significant. Let's see. So, boop, boop. You do 2 superficial to it. And that's rounded down. Okay.
You, I don't think you ran down for the feral weapons, right?
Feral claws is not halved. It's full superficial.
I just smile at you. It's 2.
Aye. What DM says that is correct.
Okay. Mori.
Yee. Can this creature see me?
You don't know. You don't think so.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to do anything necessarily fancy. I will activate toughness with a blood, with a rouse, though, just in case it does get a hit on me. So I'll do that real quick. Success. All right, and then I will. Yeah, I'll just I'll shoot it.
And you have silver bullets?
I was just gonna ask. Did Samiel end up giving Mori any bullets?
No, different calibers.
Well, there you go.
Do
So,
you- and so just dragon fire?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so
I'll
each
be
time
using,
your rounds when your rounds go off, everyone needs to roll a frenzy.
me included.
No. Just your rest of your
Okay.
coterie.
Sorry, guys. All right.
It's willpower for your frenzy, right?
Yeah, just digitally roll it.
8 and 9 successes.
Okay.
If it cannot see me, it just takes a straight 1. So difficulty value of 1. Sorry.
Does your obfuscate get rid of your scent?
I do not think so.
Okay. Then this reaction, you do hit it. Fuck. Okay, and you hit it with fire. Oh shit. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, and as a reminder, a magnum is a heavy firearm, so it deals additional damage based on that.
So it adds a +2 to the damage, depending on.
I think it's 3.
Is it 3? Like
Because it's a heavy
claymore?
firearm, yeah. 5 damage then.
Jesus Christ, you do 5 aggravated. Oh my god. Okay. All of its voices.
I am revealed now.
And the flame licks up its side, like immediately engulfing the fur. The smell of burned flesh and hair is disgusting and stinging. But the flame that eats up its side lights up the interior of the cave, and you hear a voice. Samiel. Damien! Damien! And you recognize that it's Mia somewhere in this cave system. Her voice is echoing, bouncing far off, and the creature, after having sustained the tearing claws and the flame, Azriel, you can see where you've clawed it, like you've caught the lower jaw and then ripped it up. So you're holding some of its fur and its teeth in your palm, dripping and congealed. You see it starts to knit. Some of the hands have morphed down lower into the body and are putting the flesh back together in rapid fire succession. Damien, what you see, you have witnessed in your nightmares. And I need you to roll another resist frenzy. So not only are you going to resist the fire, but another... Okay, you fail that one. But I think everyone made the fire one. Everyone got at least 2. Let's see, 3, 2... Shit. Samiel. Okay. So, Sam, you frenzy like once in rage, wanting to kill this thing, and then once in fear because of the fire. So, the first one, it's the dragonfire round. You're just not expecting it. You jump back, hissing, fear pumping through your veins. You probably will swear and curse at Mori like, what the fuck? But the second one, the second resistance, I need you to roll a d6 for.
What does a 6 give me?
Okay, I'm gonna private message you what this one gets you. And this is in reaction to seeing this thing. And then I'm gonna tell you what it is. Okay, but Mori's done enough damage, and Azriel, that it starts to reform, shrinking down like a spider crawling backwards. Its arms acting as like long, spindly, I don't know, like petals to get it back through the crack. As it's just like...
Out of curiosity, does this look like the thing I saw in those Bibles a while back?
Pretty close. As it's lit up by the flames, it looks pretty damn close. It's definitely not a 1-for-1.
Question: do we also hear someone calling out Damien?
Yeah. It's bouncing off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a reaction to both, right? Or just the one?
So the first one was like, holy fuck, fire. So however you feel best, whether they accumulate as one explosion for him, or if it's very obvious, like as soon as the fire goes off and you describe, you know, what he says, what he does, it's up to you.
Okay. So as the thing becomes illuminated by the fire, mid-sentence you'll hear, Mori, what the? And as he partly begins to finish that sentence, eyes go wide. Face covered in bandages. They are wide as a cat's eye. And all you hear after that is a loud hiss. And he's just going to lash out at this thing. Coming at it with his arm. Reckless abandon.
Okay, so as you slash out with your knife arm, you cut off several fingers. And just causes the creature in its fleeing to scream and move quicker.
He's not going to let this thing get away. He's a dog with a bone at this point.
So you just start slicing into that crack where it's moved.
Yeah.
Okay? I would say in your frenzy, you slice enough that you give yourself a superficial point of damage, as you are breaking into stone over and over and over again. And then speaking of stone, he just shouts, "Damien, enough! I think your people are this way." And he's shouting at you and Mori. As it's completely unseen. It's gone. You're no longer in combat order. Anyone can open roleplay. Aurora, you are still a puppy, I think, so your roleplay, you can say things, but it'll come out as like, Bork.
I don't say anything. I just immediately run towards what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah. Mori's
immediately
also
tracking.
running towards like where Stone said that the family was, or the people.
I'm running towards
Are you
whatever
visible,
sound.
Mori?
Yes.
Okay, I'm following both of you.
Okay. So
But I gotta roll for that.
I would say once it leaves your field of vision, Samiel, some of the frenzy ebbs away. But I want you to feel creative with it. You can either take it and like add on to it, like keeping the frenzy like kind of going, or whatever you'd like.
So like in this state, he's gonna be like very frazzled, like kind of like mid frenzy, just still kind of letting it, trying to ride the wave while gaining some sort of control. And as he does, he's just gonna push past everyone. Doesn't matter if they're in his way. Just running towards that voice, but just
like almost blindly.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
so
whole time, just breathing heavily.
God, it's so terrifying. Okay, so everyone but Damien, I want you to roll wits and athletics because you're simultaneously searching and moving as fast as possible. If you have celerity activated, you can give yourself your celerity dot equivalent and extra dice.
Nice. I have also heightened senses, so can I give myself a dice for that too?
Yep.
Because that I was like tracking.
Oh no! Hold on. Did you have that active while we were battling the creature?
Yeah. Oh, do I get minus dice?
Oh
Let me know.
no!
Unshot in a cave. That sounds very bad.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You have heightened senses. That's gonna like destroy your ears. Wits
There you go.
dexterity, you said, Jesse?
Yeah. Or athletics. Wits athletics, because you're running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I have 4 sucks, but it's a messy crit.
Oh, you're okay.
So let me do the wits and resolve. Okay, so let me do that first, and then I'll do this roll. This other roll. Okay. Come on, dice. Be good
You're gonna
to me.
need to roll it twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got 4 for the first one.
Success.
Okay. And then let's do. Come on. Oh, I know the dice have not been good, but. And I got another 4 for the second one.
Woo!
Okay, success.
All right, and now I can roll. This one. Oh my god. To track them. Ooh, that is a messy critical.
Okay. So the two of you that got messy criticals, you do end up running literally headfirst into each other. Azriel is going forward, doesn't see Aurora kind of dart in front of him in her new wolf-like body, and you end up tripping over each other, but you don't lose too many strides over it. Right behind you is Damien breathing heavy with just a wall of menace pouring through these caves. And Mori, you are darting up, right, left, down, and deeper until some of these entrances become so narrow that you have to crawl, and you are crawling as fast as possible through them. These canals feel like claustrophobia as the walls and ceiling are brushing against you. And then, Mori, you're the one that hears the skittering. And a wall of spiders looms before you. But you move through it. Because on the other side, you can smell your sister. Only her resonance is fear. She is absolutely terrified. Whatever voice Mia managed is dried up, gone. Either she's passed out from exhaustion, is what you can assume, Mori, or you assume the worst. Stone does not fit in these narrow canals. And so he waits for all of you to scurry in. You lose sight of him. Mori, I need you to make one final roll. It is a
All right.
intelligence and an investigation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, goody. Can I blood surge for this?
Yeah. I'll let you.
Oh, I'll take it. Yes, thank you. And then 2 crits, so 7 altogether.
Rushing through the cave feels like it's taken forever, but in reality, it's only been seconds. Lucky for you, you meet the difficulty to know your way out. As you drop down into a very wide and expansive cavern. It is moist down here. The humidity high, and there's a heat. The drop from where you came out of, it's about 15 or so feet, and Aurora is like shimmying directly behind you, and then directly behind her, Azriel.
By the way, to fit in better, she would have gone back to her normal form. Like,
would
as
you,
soon as she found...
Would you fit in better as in normal form?
Because wolves
Wolf
have
probably
pretty...
They're pretty wide.
fits better.
Well, wolves are pretty wide, and Aurora's
Ye-
small.
Small. Okay.
She's
Alright.
like 5'3".
So when Aurora like pops and hops down, she's back to herself. And then Azriel, you're a big boy, aren't you, Azriel?
Yeah, I'm like 6 foot something, but I'm kind of on like the skinny but tall,
Skinny but tall.
lean build. Yeah, I'm a pretty lean build.
I actually don't know.
Lean muscle.
I don't know that you are gonna fit in the canal either.
Well, I'll just have to wait on the other side then.
I actually have you just roll a d10.
D10.
Yeah.
I'll roll it on.
And then
here.
Damien, when you get to the canal.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, you'll take 1 point of superficial damage if you try to fit in there.
Okay. If I can fit in, I'll
And
fit
you're
in.
shirtless by the end of it.
That's fine.
That shit's just shredded. And your fall is not graceful at all. In fact, you like ooze out, shimmy, 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 and then pop. You have no idea how you're getting back up and out. And then you land on your back. Damien. Breathing heavy, angry, maybe a little panicked. You come to this narrow entrance. Stone knows better, doesn't touch you. He says, I don't know how you're gonna fit in there. Unless you can do more with your body than just make knives out of your hands.
I'll fit in there one way or another, god damn it, you watch. And he's gonna force himself through there. Like, he doesn't care if it hurts him. Like, this is someone who's literally trying to crawl through glass as far as he's concerned.
Okay. Do you use Any other disciplines to assist you?
Let me see. Nothing would really help me. But he would send Zero ahead regardless as a scout.
Right? He does that little noodle hop along. And then you hear him squeaking. And he says, yeah, there's basically like a cave, and there's no way your thick ass is gonna fit through here. Not even then your shoulders. You have to like dislocate them, both of them, to get in here.
Yeah, so he's gonna dislocate one of his arms to see if that can get him through. Then if he attempts to, it doesn't work, he's gonna look at Stone. I need you to pop this thing out of place. And he points at his left arm. You do that?
He looks at you for several beats, and then moving quick, he lashes out, and your arm.
There's just a. Fine. All right. In I go.
Okay, you take a point of superficial damage. Stone does use his boot to like propel you as far as his long legs can get you, and then it is agonizing pulling yourself forward, your shoulders on fire, sending tingles of sharp pain through your chest, down your spine, and it blooms in your hips, and then you begin to Charlie horse as all of your muscles start cramping the unnatural way you're forcing them to move through this very painful low crawl space. You end up cutting your back through your jacket, forming thick grooves. You actually get a little bit caught up to the point that you have to tug, and you think you may have broken your wrist. Maybe. And that remains to be seen. And then just like Azriel, when you pop out the other side, you fall on your back with a thud and a groan. And then through the narrow opening, Stone says, I gotta find another way through, and there might not be one. Go ahead without me. However, Damien looks super fucked up when he gets to his feet. Like his arms are hanging limp.
Is there any open wounds that he has?
I would think so.
Okay, I'll go. Sammy, I can help you with your wounds to keep you up and going, but do you want to take my blood?
I could put your arm back in place if you want.
That would be preferable. I don't want your blood. I just want my arms back in their fucking sockets.
And so I'm just like, all right, then I'll do this and I'll try this another way. And I rip open with my fingernails, with my feral weapons, and my wrists, and I use Valverin
Valerian?
to try to. Yeah, Valerian. Yeah, I can. So
No, you're good. Wow. Okay.
to try to heal him up.
And then Azriel, go ahead and roll a medicine intelligence. Mori, roll another wits and awareness, please. If you can see in the dark, you get an
Will
extra
do.
and bonus. And if you have any bonuses to hearing, let me know.
I don't
I
think
can
I
add my
have.
first aid to this, right?
Yeah, you can. Go
I
ahead.
After-
don't think it's like a special ability to have that, so I don't think she has it. You
Okay.
said wits and awareness.
Yes. Because you're listening and looking.
All right. Okay. Because it's dealing with Peggy, can I roll another blood surge?
Yeah.
He doesn't care how risky it is. All right. Okay. Well, she fails. Unless I can use one of the DM willpowers to reroll.
You can.
Okay. Well,
Those
I'll
are
do
the
that
only ones you're
because-
allowed to reroll.
Yee, let's do it.
Rouse stuff.
Okay, there we go. That would have been bad. Anyways, yeah, so, and then it's what's awareness, so that's the 8 again, 9. 1, 2, 3, 5 successes, reroll 3. 7 successes.
All right. The end of the cavern, there is a small, I would say medium-sized, not small. What you just came through is small, but there's a medium-sized cave. You think that they are nestled in there. That's where you can smell them from. And from your vantage point, where you've landed, there is like, the cavern like slopes downwards, so you're up higher. And from your vantage point through like the stalagmites and stalactites, you can see where there's scuffle marks in the sand, because there's almost like very, very fine beach sand in here.
Okay.
And it looks like there's pieces of clothing kind of strewn about towards that medium-sized cave.
All right. Well, as soon as she like susses this out, she doesn't like wait for anyone else to get through. Like she is just charging in there.
Okay. To suss that all out, it does take you until Damien plops in.
Because that's fine.
Yeah. So then you'll go forward. What'd you get on your roll, Azriel?
I got 7
7?
sucks on the first aid.
Okay, so you pop both shoulders in record time. One of them you have to have him lean against a stalagmite and just smash into him from behind as you're also like pushing out and up. And it's a satisfying and also horrible. And then Aurora.
I got 5.
Okay. You feel a lot of the deep grooves on your back, Damien, knit together as she bleeds on you. And it's not anything you've ever heard of ever happening. A kindred being able to heal? Asinine. However, now that you're in a new scene, your frenzy begins to fade. And that heavy breathing and that like animalistic nature where his eyes were wild and bouncing around and his fangs were large, extended, you see that Samiel returns back to his more collected and cool self, if not a little on edge. And Mori, when you turn to look, is already down at the mouth of that medium-sized cave. What do you guys want to do?
Follow Mori. That's what immediately what Aurora does. She just uses celerity and books it.
Also follow Mori.
Damien's gonna start running.
Okay. As you all get there, I need everyone to roll a strength and athletics. Mori will do so first, and then the other 3.
We'll do.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But really quick,
7.
we're also going to take a very quick baby break. Alright, did everybody write their strength and athletics into roll 20?
Yeah.
No, 1 second. I didn't. I was
Yes.
being a dummy.
I was in trouble.
Sammy's still a little frazzled, you know.
I mean,
You would too if you had both of your arms.
Dislocate. Fuck me, Jesus.
I put him back into place very gently for you.
I don't know. The other one sounds like it was rammed in.
Yep.
I did roll 7 sucks. I'm gonna say that in my head. That seems pretty good.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just existing.
All right.
Why are you so mad? It's only a game.
None of you are expecting it. In your haste for 2 of you to get to your touchstones, and in your haste to cover, keep up with, and protect your coterie, the other 2 do not as well. Everyone will take 2 points of superficial damage as the entity drops down from the ceiling with a and covers all of you, squeezing, rupturing, and then it slides in front of the cave, blocking your exit, so you're all in the cave. 2 points of superficial, but that was me rounding down. So.
2. So I take 1.
Yep. Okay. Roll initiative, and then I'll get what each of you are doing, and then I'll roll for the thing, and I'll describe
Can
what
I-
happens.
Can I activate my toughness to take only one?
Oh yeah, we're rolling here.
Hey, let's go.
Or is it
One,
two-
baby.
I think you can activate it for the next round.
Okay. Cool.
Haha, not the lowest.
Twinsies.
Oh, dang it.
My God.
Hey, it's your first 10.
10,
No, but it's like I'm the
4.
least ready for combat,
1, and Azriel got
which is that's.
4. All right,
4.
Aurora, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go after them and run towards the voices.
Okay. Mori.
Yeah. So, just paint me a picture real quick. The monster is blocking the way out, and we see the two. We see Peggy and other people, or
You don't see Peggy or them yet. You just see evidence that there were people here. The clothes and shoes and things you saw strewn about the cave's mouth are not necessarily theirs.
okay. All right. Well, if it's the same creature, it needs to fucking die.
It is.
So-
It's got
Yep.
burn
Mhm.
marks left up on its shoulder? Question mark.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, she wants to finish this thing once and for all, so she's going to use Unseen Passage again, or Unseen Strike. So, contested Dexterity Celerity versus the Wits Awareness.
Okay.
6. And I'll use a Willpower to re-roll 3 of those, because I rolled real garbage. 8 successes. Let me roll those browse checks, actually. Success and success.
Okay. So you will be doing.
So after doing that, I'd be rolling the attack. So it would take 11 damage, minus its
Right.
Toughness features.
Yeah. But you're also using your Dragonfire rounds, so. Okay. I'll describe everything that happens at the end of your guys' turn. So now it's Azriel's turn.
Sounds good.
Well, so last time it ran away on us,
Mhm.
and I don't want that to happen this time. So I would like to blood surge my strength, and I want to just hold it down so it's not getting away. Can I do that?
It's huge. You can always try.
Well, I'll blood surge my strength, and I won't get hungrier, which is good. And I guess I'm using strength brawl for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a big roll. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sucks. And I'm just trying to hold it down, and so they can finish it off. Mori or Samiel.
Okay. Okay. And then Samiel.
And I'm just calling
Yeah.
out, kill it.
You give a +1 bonus to morale.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for one of its heads and just slash at it.
Okay.
So yeah. Let's see here. Well, I could search for it. Seeds. Use an actual willpower for this. Not one of those special handy dandy ones. That's better. Just a meager 5. Yeah, 5.
Your knife. You're using your knife hand. I think that counts as a melee, right?
Yeah. Melee or brawl, one of the two.
Only can. Okay, so I'm gonna give this thing because Azriel's holding it, and it just took a massive damage. So I'll minus some dice from this pool. Okay. And you got a 5.
Yeah, I got 5.
Okay. So how this goes down. because you all respond all at once. As Aurora turns on heel, I'm going to go further in the cave. Mori blinks, and there's this massive blast of fire. At the same time, Azriel slams into this thing from the side, shifting it and sending it closer towards the fire and blast. And then you come up. You don't take the whole head. You simply cleave one of its head that looks like a pimple on its back in half. And it makes this mighty and terrible shuddering sound. And you feel it, Azriel, as it's burning and shuddering. You feel it die. And I need Samiel and Azriel to roll resist frenzy. And then I need everyone to roll a dexterity and an athletics as it explodes. Thank you.
I wish I worked from here.
Charity
You said,
athletics, you said, right? Do you want to take any dice off of me because I'm holding the thing?
But when it explodes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll automatically minus what minus you get. So just roll your base.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sucks.
Dexterity and athletics?
And then okay.
Oh wait, hold on. One more dice.
So Azriel and Samiel, both of you resist a frenzy, and Aurora's not facing that way, so she just has the cave just explodes in light behind her as she's running forward, and it sort of lights her way. But if you still have heightened senses on Aurora, you're gonna need to make your wits and resolve.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Wits and resolve. Wits and resolve, and the
Just 2.
Okay.
Give me some. Okay, so that is
3.
Okay, 3, you still succeed. Azriel and Samiel, as this thing pops, both of you take 2 points of superficial damage, and you are covered in congealed black animal fat, blood, and pieces of human organs. Mori, you dodge it artfully, and then you shoot forward. Okay.
Damien's just running forward.
Azriel's
Dang.
moving forward too. He's a little bit slow now because he's like beaten up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aurora, you're the first to get to them, with Mori right behind you. Peggy is not very conscious. A gnarly claw mark extends from her left shoulder across her chest, split wide and already festering. Her face is pallid, sticky, and she has a burning fever. But when she sees you, there is hope and a heavy curtain of delirium. When you look to the other side of the cave, among body parts is Mia. And she is holding on to a arm broken at an unnatural angle with large pieces chewed from her bicep and forearm. Her lower half is hidden in the filth, and she is conscious only long enough to see you and exhale. And then she goes limp.
I go to her immediately, and I check her pulse.
Intelligence and medicine.
Oh god, I only have intelligence. Shit.
Come on, give me that I've been fishing for. That's only one crit. That's it.
One
That's
success?
4. 4 successes.
4? Yeah, she has a very
'Cause
faint
it's just one
fluttering
crit.
pulse, but up this close, her thighs have been bitten into, and so has her side. And you see that there's someone, a dead body similar to her that's half eaten, like dressed in similar like leathers and armed the way she is, that's been eaten next to her. And your guess with that roll is all of these people were eaten alive by whatever that entity was.
I remember can I give her some of my blood?
You could.
Oh boy. Because I remember when we saw the guy, Danny, bless his soul, and kind of the effect it had on him. So she's thinking, she's unsure whether or not, because her pulse is so weak, she's worried that she needs like
Oh yeah.
healing fast, and she's not sure they're going to be able to get out of the cave fast enough.
Yeah, it's like a 30-40 minute drive back to town.
All right, yeah, she's going to risk it. Oh boy.
Okay.
And so
that
she
is
gives-
your turn. You ghoul
Yeah.
Samuel's girlfriend. Or at least
Oh
you
my
start.
God!
Okay. Cool. Mori.
Someone can get out of a ghoul, right?
Yeah, no, Mori goes like immediately to Peggy, and just she doesn't have
The first
skills.
thing Peggy says when she sees you is, "You'd be proud of me." And she holds up
Yeah,
some papers that have been like tucked into her belt. And they're all crumpled and bloodied. And she can't quite lift them to you. But she's like oddly triumphant in her delirium.
don't worry about that right now. We'll get you somewhere. We'll get you some help. She kind of like looks around and sees Azriel and just almost pleadingly just says, "Can you do anything?"
I'll try my best.
Okay, so I will have Azriel head over there, but if that's the turn there, I'm gonna go to Damien, who's coming in as Aurora is.
Sounds good.
Go ahead.
What is a Z catcher doing this?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck do you think you're doing? And he's going to steadily walk up to her.
I'm trying to save her. Look
What
at her.
Well, do you know what you're doing?
Aurora starts shaking.
He's going to grab her by the throat and slam her against the wall.
It's like,
Okay, but also roll an intelligence and medicine. Aurora, do you resist?
yeah, of course. Like
Okay,
she's
then
like, I'm trying.
It'll be opposed
I'm-
rolls.
I mean, she's not very good, but she's just trying to be like, I'm trying to save her. I don't. Please let me save her. That's all she's trying to do. She's trying to get a word in. Not trying to be like aggressive or.
That's
I
a
guess
Z
try-
skill with 4 successes.
What am I rolling again?
So that
Strength
was
and
his
athletics?
medicine and intelligence. You guys are going to be rolling brawl strength. Opposing.
Okay.
So with your medicine, Mia's not going to make it to a human hospital. I mean, it is fair and very Kindred allowed to be pissed right now because this is your fucking touchstone. But there's a part of you that's Kindred, and there's a part of you that's human, and both of those are at war. And that human side is not exactly winning. The Kindred of don't touch what the fuck is mine is at the forefront, especially since you've failed previous frenzy checks. But at the back of your mind, roleplay it however you will, Caleb. You just, you know that she's gonna die.
Being aware of this, he still grabs Aurora and will still attempt to slam her against the wall.
'Kay.
That's pretty much right next to Mia.
Okay, what'd you both get?
I got for that brawl contested roll a 3.
Okay, Damien.
4.
Right. He's got you.
I'm gonna say, do I take any superficial damage? Because I would use toughness in this case.
That's up to Vil. I don't know that he's
Do what you
being.
want.
I don't know that he's being
I mean,
that aggressive, but he also has had a rough night. So I'll leave it up to a
Yes.
D10.
he's
Let me
like
D10 it.
the
So yes, you would take a point of superficial. So you could
All right, she's
toughness, and then that means you take nothing.
Yeah. And then, so she's gonna do toughness and then do a rouse check and be like, and she's like, Sammy, Damien, we need to save her. She's not gonna make it. Please, let me help her. Or you can help her.
You had no right. You even know what you fucking did.
I didn't want her to die.
You robbed her of what made her human.
She still can be.
His grip tightens. You are so fucking foolish.
A small ferret is like, wait, Damien, wait, and he's like crawling up your jacket. She's gonna die, Damien. You don't have time for this.
Please, let me finish.
No, you don't get to touch her ever again. And he's
Then
gonna
at
toss
least-
you to the side.
Then at least do what you need to save her. Please. Don't let her die. She doesn't deserve to.
I have no intent of letting her die. But you just violated a human being in every sense of the word, and I have to finish the job. Don't ever touch what is mine again. Or else
She's
you'll
a
go back
person.
to stone.
She's not your property.
Oh,
She's the person I love.
Yes, so remember that she's a person, a human. And what you need to do now is stop thinking of what is yours and thinking about what is hers. And that is her life.
Get away from me. And we'll bite open his wrist and feed it to her.
oh, he'd get a stain. All right. Meanwhile, Azriel and Mori.
I bring Peggy over to him, see if medical treatment is possible.
Yep.
Intelligence medicine.
I already rolled that for you.
Okay.
I did use a willpower,
Okay.
and I have 6 sucks.
Okay. She will not make it to a hospital. Fever is too high. She's probably septic. Whatever this
Oh.
thing did, it very likely feasted on corpses before it cut her. And she's probably been here for a while.
Yeah. Mori kind of wide-eyed at what he's saying.
There-
Just
The slim chance that you could get her to the hospital, it might not be worth risking. So it's...
Mhm.
You could try. Is what a 6 gets you, is you could try to get her to a hospital. But you are working with minutes, not hours.
Yep.
Can I roll
Um,
something to see if I know of any place that's closer by that we can save her?
You automatically succeed. You're still 30 to 40 minutes away from town.
Yep. So Mori, with that knowledge, puts Peggy down like face to face and says to her, I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to give you an option. All right, and she takes off her mask. You are not going to make it, Peggy. You can either live as a human or die as a human here. Or you could continue the fight alongside me.
She squints. I know where the kid is. Gotta save him. We gotta go.
I'll do that. I need an answer, though.
I can't go.
You could. But you wouldn't be human anymore.
I like aliens.
Yep. Bloody teardrop.
Oh no, you're hurt.
And she'll just kind of like wipe her hand just like across Peggy's face and just say, pretty, like my voice right now, which is just wavering. You were my treasure. My beloved sister. And she'll begin the process of either, the process of ghouling her.
Okay. At first, she's like, ew. Because there's just something about Peggy that just, it isn't the same. You've seen this process before, that there is a faith. And unlike other ghouls, unlike Mia, who eventually latches on and drinks deep, Peggy is spitting the whole time. Oh. I don't like your juice. It's bad.
Like that? That's what she says?
Yeah, I don't like your juice. But there's a comfort in that, Mori. It is difficult to keep her drinking enough because she's not addicted. But the both of you, Damien, Mori, and then Azriel and subsequent Aurora, you watch as wounds begin to knit and heal before your very eyes. You watch the power of your vitae. Its bones click back into the place, muscles regrow, flesh reknits. And though it is only by inches and not a full healing, for ghouling your touchstones, you receive another stain. Peggy eventually grumbles something about taking a nap now. But her fever has subsided, and as she passes out from sheer exhaustion, there's a part of you that can't help but crush her against your tiny chest, knowing she's going to live. And Azriel, as you watch this exchange, you realize something important about Mori. She will bear any darkness and any stain on her soul for the people she loves. A beacon, a scion of lonely sentinel. A lethal, tiny protector. On the other side, Damien, as Mia's eyes meet yours, there is a faint red glow to them. And she frowns. She licks her lips. And she begins to cry.
He's just going to grab her and embrace her.
You lied. There wasn't
We
ever
both-
a fire, was there?
No. There wasn't.
Who did this to you?
I don't know.
And then she screams, anguished and in pain, and clings to you. And when she sees the bodies of her fellow hunter cell, she screams some more.
So this was your other job. We both lied through our teeth.
Her breathing is hard as she pulls back, forcing herself to let you go. When she tries to stand, she can't. Not enough of her muscle has returned, and she plummets back into the pile of dead bodies. But instead of reaching for you, she curls up on her side in the grisly display and squeezes her head, pulling at her hair.
He gives a look none of the coterie would ever see, which is a look of guilt and pain. And he looks at Aurora. Then he looks back at Mia. And just so he can have his hand back, he will begin to fleshcraft it back into a normal arm, which I failed at. Rouse check. That'll be... Okay. Just 4 successes.
Did you change your hand back to normal?
Yeah, I needed one more dice, so 1 second. So 5.
Okay, easy. With a 5, easy. And then you hear 0. It says, Damien, she's not gonna walk on her own. You gotta carry her. Gotta get her out.
No.
Get her the fuck out of here. If she fights you, just... You gotta put her to sleep, man. This is her new reality. Like, there's no fucking going back from this.
You realize this wasn't a choice. It was forced.
I get it. No, I get it. I fucking would have done the same thing as Aurora if I was capable, but I don't know what my fucking ferret blood would do. Maybe turn her into a were-ferret, and then that would be really weird.
No, I think you just give her a disease.
Probably. Fuck.
And he will move to go grab and pick her up.
She doesn't resist. But you can feel her distancing. And as you step back, I need you to roll a wits and awareness.
I'm not good at that.
That's okay.
Just 2.
2 is enough. You see Mia's little brother, Robbie. He's off a little bit around the corner. You only see the upper part of him, but underneath his chin is just spattered with blood. He does not look purple and cold, but you'd have to look further. Her little brother is only 17 years old.
So he still looks like he had a moment to live.
Possible.
Or
he's just barely expired.
Can you give me a minute?
Who are you saying that to?
To Mia.
She doesn't respond. It's just that kind of comatose, like overwhelmed senses because your power is now coursing through her.
He's going to set her down away from all the bodies
Okay.
and go over to her brother's body and look for a pulse.
No pulse, but still warm. You close your eyes as you realize there's only one way to reanimate this kid.
He's gonna look at me and I could save him if you want. That's up to you. I've already done something despicable tonight. There's a chance to bring him back, Mia.
Saying that, she does look at you. She looks so tired. And then her eyes flick down to Robbie and back up to you. And she starts crying harder. And then she starts tuning back into the scene. And she sees her uncle and her cousin. Pieces of them. And she looks back to Robbie. Don't make me make this choice. I can't.
Just looks at Robbie one more time, then at her. Shakes his head.
Your biggest memory of Robbie, his excitement over the new Final Fantasy release. Trying to get you into the MOBA game. His excitement over being able to marry his girlfriend in-game. The second memory that you have of him is when I grow up, I think I want to be a dentist. When you asked him why, he said, I don't know, I really like teeth.
Thinking back on these memories, he'll think aloud to himself. He would hate me in the end. He wouldn't want it. I don't blame him. Let him go with God, then stay here. Wherever the hell we go.
And then you hear
What we do now.
a little ferret, because you're saying this all out loud. He's like, we could use more people on our side. And if he's with you, then Mia is not alone. I mean, make Aurora change him.
No. No.
Do it, Damien.
He'll make a slit out of his newly reformed arm and see if something can happen.
What Damien doesn't see is the ferret's calculation. As he looks around at the coterie, and back to Mia, and then back to you. And his small ferret brain makes a choice for his best friend, his guardian, his protector, his shepherd. If her brother's tied to you, then she can't abandon you. Because she would then abandon him. But what a ferret doesn't know, and maybe it's better he doesn't know, is that becoming a child of the Dark Father stains your very soul. Damien, you gain another stain if you attempt to change him.
I'll do it.
Bug. Okay, we're gonna take a small BRB to do some mechanical things. Be right back. Alright. For Damien, Robbie, for all intents and purposes, is still a dead body. You'll see tomorrow if it worked. Mia is unable to get out of here by herself. Aurora has been witnessing both sides. Peggy does also fall unconscious. So it's just...
That's okay. Mori's gonna carry her out regardless of whether or not she's awake.
I need all four of you to roll wits and awareness. Put it in the roll 20, and then you get a chance to roleplay.
It's one of those little powers.
4 successes.
Two and a bestial. There was no improvement.
It's okay. You won't see it, but that's all right. You're justifiably preoccupied. Okay. Any roleplay before the wits and awarenesses come into play?
Azriel will... I'm sorry I couldn't do more for her, Mori.
She'll just shake her head. There was nothing you could do. Don't worry about it. Also, yeah, she doesn't have a mask on. She hasn't put it back on. Yeah, just wanted to say that.
Okay, so she's still staples and stitches on display. Anyone else like to roleplay?
Mori would like to say something now that things are a little bit calmed down. Samiel, that, the phone that you put the protection on, somebody called me that shouldn't have been able to. They, could have potentially tracked me. Just figured I'd share that with the group.
The minute she says it,
Yeah.
Damien, there's only really one way they could have called her, and that's if they had the phone of somebody else, or they got her number from someone else.
Only way they could have gotten a hold of you is if they got your number, they got someone else's phone, so there's no other way.
And that makes
According
you
to them,
wonder if they actually had father.
well, a little bit under her breath, so if anyone wants to roll for that, she says, then Peggy wasn't the only one I lost tonight.
Anyone that'd like to
Luckily.
can roll another wits and awareness if they want to hear that.
Would 8 successes hear that?
Yeah.
Damien's not gonna roll, but he's going to.
Would too.
That's up
But
to
he's
Jaqi.
but he's just gonna say to her, "At least you got
Depends
that."
on how
other
close
phone."
you are.
Well, nah, she's not close. She's tagging
Okay.
behind everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, then I would say no.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you saying, Samuel?
Then at least you have that extra phone, so that one should still be untraceable, and nobody has the number to your knowledge.
She nods her head. Be on the lookout, though. It wasn't a long call, but they could have traced me.
Like to see him try. If they call me, I'll just reverse engineer.
Any roleplay for Aurora?
Nope. She's just walking behind the entire group, very quiet.
All right, Damien, who do you carry?
He's gonna raise his voice to Azriel. Hey, can you carry the boy?
Yeah, no problem.
And he's gonna scoop up Mia again.
Azriel will help carry the boy.
He's just gonna say in a very low whisper, I know sorry doesn't absolve me of lying and everything that's happened. But if it's worth anything, I really didn't mean to hurt you. What I said last night is still true. He's just gonna walk off with it.
You pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
At your words, she clenches her fists, but she leans heavily against you and whispers, "Is he alive?"
In a manner of speaking, yeah. We'll see someone tonight. We'll figure out how to out this the right way.
Her unfunctioning broken arm stays tucked against her side, but her working arm wraps around your neck and she buries her face in the crook of your shoulder. But you can feel that she's still afraid. You can smell it. At the same time, you can scent that she's every emotion in the book.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is I'll do your guys' wits and awareness. You go ahead and roll that. I'll do what you hear and what you see. And then as you are moving as a pack, I'll let you describe for the coterie. Those of you that rolled above a 3 on your wits and awareness, you hear a set of footfalls and then a familiar drawl. "Sorry I'm a little late, but I found a way big enough for all of us to..." And he just kind of glances around the cave. "I found a way out." When his
Appreciated stone.
When his eyes settle on Aurora, his frown deepens. And then he cuts a glance to Damien and gives you a curt nod.
I'll just be straightforward.
Aurora interrupts and she's like, no, it's okay.
No.
Stone tilts his head to the side.
Grabbed Aurora and I pushed her against the wall.
He gets a really big feral grin. Oh, did you know? And that grin just kind of stretches the limits of his face. Then I guess.
She tried to ghoul my partner.
Then I'll return the honesty. I'm a little grateful I wasn't here, because I probably would have stepped on your partner's head in retaliation. You know how it is.
I know. Then I would have had to break her neck.
Then we would have been in a lot of trouble. So I guess it's a good thing I'm so big, and I was late to the party.
Also, we have a new extra.
I approve. Could always use an extra set of hands.
Well, this one's of the kindred kind.
His eyebrows raise. Well, now. And then he pops his neck. And he's gonna go take Aurora's hands and kind of bring her to the front of the pack with him. And then he glances at Mori and Azriel. And then Mori and then Azriel. Then Mori.
Like, what's he looking at when he like glances at Mori? I guess
Her face.
like her reaction to Azriel.
You're not sure. You could have roll intelligence and insight if you'd like.
Sure, I'll do that. What do I got? Like a 2 dice pool? Let's see. You said intelligence insight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Without the bonus dice, it's a 2 dice pool. So let's see. Hiya! Well, 2. That's not bad.
There's protective measures, maybe not as deranged as his protectiveness over Aurora, but there's a look that's softer when he looks at you and then harder when he looks at Azriel, and then he, like, Aurora, you feel him going to, like, shift to put himself between Azriel and Mori. But
I hold his hand firm,
so you
and I say,
make him pull up, and he stops.
and I just say, and Aurora says quietly, "Let's go."
And just looks at Azriel with a deep frown, the smile gone. And then the smile returns, stretching the limits of his cheeks. Well, and his tongue just licks across the pearly whites. This will be interesting. And he turns and pulls you behind him, Aurora.
She's just been looking at the ground most of the time.
He'll note that. He doesn't let go of your hand as he guides the coterie. And it's more gore, claws, large tracks of where the stone itself was chewed and then spit up. Probably the stones were swallowed to help with digestion. And then things like bones, teeth, guns, wallets. Anything except for meat. You find evidence of this thing regurgitating. And it is a long, morbid walk. At one point it gets very precarious, and you have to shuffle as there is a sheer drop on the left side, a wall on your right, and then a 3-foot hiking trail. When you get to the short climb, it isn't steep enough that you have to climb heel over palm. but it is quite a hike. All of you will need to roll strength and athletics that are carrying someone not to drop them.
Alrighty.
I would like to blood search for this roll.
Okie dokie.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4
Get a little
successes.
more hungry.
As you begin the hike, go ahead and type them in. Type them in here. Stone will explain something, and then I'm going to have Damien explain some things that Damien's been going through on this walk. Okay, so as the hike begins, Stone says, and so it's up to you, Vil, if Damien catches what he explains, but he says it looks like this thing started small, and then it grew. And it's been here for a while. It would use parts of the flesh that it devoured to make itself bigger. But I know that it had help. The question is, who helped this thing along its merry little metamorphosis journey? Because something like this, it can get out of control if you don't control it. And I think that's exactly what happened. I also found, on a different entrance that I tried, but found I could not get through, evidence of more than one of these things. Alright. With that, Vil, when you're ready.
That would be 3 successes on the composure and resolve.
3 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. It's an all-out war in your brain. There's 2 pieces of you fighting the other for control and dominance. One that wishes to erase the mistakes you've made tonight. Lethally and absolutely. And then there is the other that is screaming and clamoring and claiming them as yours. You will take 1 point of aggravated willpower.
Okay.
As your beast and your brain, at least the parts of your brain that I won't reveal unless you choose to reveal them, are at war. What's going on in your gray matter?
He's just gonna look at me. We're gonna do the best we can. For Robbie, you and me. Whatever happens, happens. Whoever gets in our way, we'll show them what for. No one's taking you away from me again. Or Robbie.
Ooh.
And I will strike them down. Bite their fucking head off if I have to. And he's going to try and give her like a reassuring look, like, I will protect you at all costs.
As you say that, there is a different voice that's very powerful that says, you will kneel. You will sacrifice. No permission was given. all was taken, you will erase your mistake. And it is a drive. It is a spike through your skull.
You're gonna have to make me kneel if you want. If you want me to, I will not submit. Fuck you.
Roll another composure resolve, please.
Two.
Okay. This time, it is another strike against your willpower. But this time it's superficial. The directives are clear, but it is also clear that you are defying them. With a 2, however, there is a tremble in your palm, Damien. And you wonder if you can trust yourself. What if you frenzy and you hurt one of them? And you have another thought. A whisper that Mia would be stronger if she were a kindred. But then there is an equal voice that says you would lose so much of who you are if you turned her. And you take another superficial willpower. But you manage. You manage to rebel your way out, to force your feet forward, and to hold her as gently as possible. But you're terrified that one day you will kill her.
He's going to put up a very gonna put up a good face for her. Just smile. But deep down he knows that something's off. And he has to continue to fight it to this day. He's done it for a year, so what's another night? He's just gonna brush her hair, kind of calm himself down.
And then with that, everyone, you succeed this small hike and you make your way out into the fresh air. All 4 of you standing with your precious burdens. And Stone. So what's our next course of action?
I need guidance, so I know where I'm going.
You going alone? Or are we going with you?
It's not your territory, so you know how that goes.
We could come on as your guests. Or do you have no sway?
She's not temperamental, she's just She likes her privacy. Maybe you could come.
We don't have to
don't know.
actually go all the way, but we could be close just in case you need backup. With more of these things running around and our scent all up in its fucking nostrils, I don't want to risk nothing.
True,
Pretty s-
but I am also on a time frame. I was looking for Harper's friend, and she kind of looks down at Peggy. She has something. I think it might be a key to learning what's going on.
How far away is this guidance you need to seek, Samiel?
We're literally on the edge of her territory.
Well,
Maybe a half hour, maybe less.
And he looks at Mori.
is that enough time for you to spare?
Mori's clenches her teeth, which, probably doesn't look the best considering. And she says, I'm sorry, the kid's life is worth more than 30 minutes. Somebody's got to find them.
But if she has the information you want, you gonna force her awake?
I just kind of look at she was trying to give her something.
Yep.
Mori was, she's going to gently pry it from her hands if possible.
Oh yeah, she gave it to you, and you probably would have had
Yeah,
it on
cool.
you. It's a picture. When you unfold it, it's hard to make out, grainy, black and white. I'm sure Damien's already started walking away at this point. But it's the old carnival grounds. Yep. And in the picture of it, there's this van. Yep. And then it's circled in marker, and it just says on the side, same van in Peggy's scrawl. So you know that the kid was not taken from a creature, but someone with the capability to drive. A full-on actual kidnapping.
And they were brought to the carnival ground that Peggy was in?
Yep, the one where she wanted to meet you, and it all makes sense. Very likely, she was trying to entrap you a little bit to make herself get to work with you, because you were so close to where the kid was found. Or where she tracked him to.
It does make Mori think about the bodies in the pit. And she didn't even look. And it's very possible that the friend was put there and then fed to the creature. She just kind of sighs when she sees it. And unless the kid's in the carnival grounds, probably down in that hole. I need to verify.
Stone says, well, Samuel's gaining ground, so we need to decide fast. I, for one, would like not all of us to be left defenseless with our new precious treasures. So who's going with Mori? And who's going with Sam?
Azriel just looks conflicted. But he can't bring himself to say anything.
Aurora pipes up for the first time in a long while. I don't think I should go with Sam. He seems kind of angry.
But Robbie is gonna need. I think he's gonna need guidance. You should probably. Azriel, you should probably take Robbie to Sam. Damien. Probably take him to Damien.
Azriel, just follow Damien.
Okay, and Aurora, you go with Mori?
I go with. Yeah.
Okay, and Stone. Stone will go with Damien and Azriel because they have 2 invalids and you guys have 1.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're going back into the caves to check bodies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stone says before he leaves,
No unnecessary risks. There are more of those things around here, and they might not be in the caves right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will make sure that I keep them safe.
Would you rather I... And he looks down at Peggy. Would you rather I watch? So both of you are hands-free.
She contemplates, and as much as she doesn't trust Stone, the need to protect Peggy is greater. And she says, keep her safe. You can ask anything you want if everything's all right.
Are you offering me another boon?
Her life is everything to me. Can I
Understood.
trust you?
In this, you can trust me.
She hates it, but she's going to do it.
he just reiterates, I'll keep your treasure safe.
She'll nod, and then just turn to Aurora. You ready?
She nods.
Okay,
Go into the cave.
both of you need to roll wits and awarenesses.
Let's see, do I have that up? Awareness. I'm gonna blood surge for this because I need the extra dice. She needs to verify. Okay, 8. Good.
That is 5.
And then Mori, what'd you get?
1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4, and I rolled 9 dice.
Okay. Both of you are able to track that big hike and then winding passage, and they're really precarious, pretty easy. And the bodies that you find along that hiking trail, none of them are the boys. But a lot of them are just pieces. Like there's a lot that's already been ingested. I need both of you to roll one more wits and awareness for the second half of the hike.
Okay.
Can we be using celerity also to not because we're not burdened down by people?
You can, yeah.
Oh, cool. So I can add that to the dice pool?
Yeah.
Or, what do you mean by that? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because the first one you're more meticulous, and then it takes you, long enough that you're like, okay, we need to be done.
Okay, 6. 6 sucks.
Okay, Mori.
7 for me.
Back in the cave. It looks like the bodies have been disturbed. And where that creature was felled, it's now gone.
All right. Mori whispers real quiet next to Aurora. Time to go. We have to go now.
She just nods and she starts booking it.
As the two of you turn around, I need you to roll stealth and dexterity. You can add your celerity.
Yeah. Is that a bad stat for you?
Yeah.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Oh my god, thanks God for the higher tier. Oh boy. Yep, that's as high as it's gonna get. That's a 2.
2?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I roll 4
1,
dice,
2,
and that's
3,
because I
4,
get extra
5.
dice.
And then celerity is another 4. 6, 7 successes.
And Aurora only got a 2?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Back on that precarious ledge. It marks the halfway point from being inside the cave system to being out. And down below, that sheer drop where it plunges into a darkness that not even your eyes of the beast can penetrate. You feel a menace and an ancient power. And then something whispers through the cave. Jump. And Aurora moves to do so. And only because you have celerity active, Mori, can you even attempt to stop her.
All right.
To stop
What would I
her,
need to
you
roll?
must strengthen athletics because she steps right off.
Okay. Well, can I blood surge?
And I'll allow it. Because you have celerity.
Well.
And
Fine.
Aurora, I need you to roll a composure and a resolve.
Okay, that's better for me.
You said strength athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta change these. Okay. Oh boy, half of these are red dice now. I am very happy I did not get a score. I'm actually glad I got a 2 because I was rolling with 3 red dice. So, whew.
Yeah, I'm going to use a DM willpower roll.
Okay, so I have a crit +1, which is 5, but I also have a skull.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's a messy critical.
Yeah. I think so. But I think the skull actually negates out one of the criticals.
Yeah, it reduces it by 1. Yeah.
So it's 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. I need you to roll resist frenzy digitally, please.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us or just Aurora?
Just Aurora. And Mori, what'd you get on grabbing her?
After using the DM willpower roll, I got 9.
That is a 3 for resist frenzy.
Okay. Aurora, you do not resist frenzy. You will end up clawing Mori as she grabs you. Below the cave, there is a monster. A maw. The devil itself opening and calling for you a sacrifice. Something ancient. Something far more powerful than any generation you have experienced in the Chronicle thus far. In your mind's eye, what you see is an amalgamation of flesh, hungry and quivering. To describe it would make you mad. You sustain 3 aggravated willpower damage. And you hit Mori for 1 point of aggravated damage, unless she has toughness, and then it's superficial.
I do have toughness, but if it's a new scene, I don't have it active. What's
Okay.
your...
Yeah, it would be a new scene now, because toughness was when you were fighting the thing. So she does claw you for a point of aggravated damage, but you've got a hold of her, and she is absolutely, like, frenzy panic, like, needs to get the fuck out, like, panicked cat.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you, Aurora, that it will find you, and that your death will only be sacrifice. But you make it out of the cave. In a hurry and a rush, Mori holding you the rest of the fucking way.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Could I? Oh boy.
Mind you, you are in a panic frenzy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aurora's just gonna run as fast. She's gonna actually she's gonna shape change and move away from everybody.
Okay.
Like go off on her own.
Okay.
Like in a panic
Mori's
frenzy.
not going to let that happen. She's following you. Or she's, walking next to you or running next to you or teleporting next to you.
So once you're
whatever
out
it
of the
has,
cave,
she has to.
you're off, and then Mori's chasing after you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Stone
that's
took
gonna be
Peggy and headed towards Damien, so he's not out there. So it's just the two of you.
Yeah, so she's gonna try to run as fast as she can. So, using celerity, dexterity.
Are you running towards the lake, or are you running deeper into the territory?
Deeper into the territory, far away from everything.
Let me make a roll.
Oh
no.
God! Oh Lord! But she's frenzy. What else? What am I gonna do, man?
It's all right. You're running. You're booking it. All right, Damien.
It's in character, man.
And
In
Azriel.
character.
It's the same winding road, and then suddenly just the wilds. But you know the way. The question is, how close do you let Azriel come to Artemis's home?
So as he approach, he's gonna stop maybe 100 feet. There's no direct eyesight to the cave mouth or anything.
Do you take your newfound treasures with you?
Yes.
Okay. So you take Robbie from Az and carry both of them?
Stone with us?
He's caught up at this point, yeah.
He's gonna take Stone with him.
Okay. Stone will leave Peggy with Azriel. And then make sure Azriel is well hidden up in a tree. And he'll take Robbie. All right.
All right. He's gonna say to Azriel before he leaves, I'm gonna see if there's permission for you to come in. So, I'll send Stone to get you. He's fast. And he gives like Stone a pat on the arm.
Sure.
So it's nothing personal. Like just
No, it makes sense. It's part of the rules.
good. And he nods to Stone. Let's get moving, huh?
Okay. You get to the mouth of Artemis's cave, but she's already there waiting for you. And she looks a little frantic. You've never seen her this up. And then her eyes drop to Mia and over to Robbie and then to Stone. You have broken the rules. She knows.
Who's she?
You have to do this, or I will be forced to do it for you.
What are you talking about?
She points at Mia. You either kill, or you turn.
But she's not even human anymore. She's bound to me.
Kill, or turn. You have made a mistake. You have disappointed.
I don't feel like you're being sensible here.
Do as I say, and you feel a force behind the words. Roll a composure and resolve.
Okay. I got 5.
Okay. You resist. And Artemis growls and snarls. And she's going to blink forward, closing the distance, claw out. Mia screams. She's going to try to murder her right in your arms. What do you do?
As she does that, he is going to use Mesmerize to stop her.
Okay. What does Artemis need to roll?
She needs to roll. Let's see here. She needs to roll Intelligence and Resolve.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a okay. Okay.
Okay. Big money. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes out of 7.
Okay. She got 8. However, Stone also blinks. And she hits Mia for 1 point of aggravated and then hits Stone for the rest. And he's just dropped Robbie, just so you know. So Robbie just dead body so that he can do this. But he captures Artemis's wrists and you hear the fingers. And Stone grinning wide.
I think he said no.
And then Artemis claws descend, and she's full out attacking Stone. So, what would you like to do?
He's gonna shoot her in the head. Yeah, he's just gonna shoot her. He's gonna put Mia down. And he's gonna shoot her.
You shoot Mia?
No, not Mia. He's gonna shoot Artemis.
Okay. Roll your dexterity and athletics.
Only 5.
Okay. Let me roll for this fighting. Holy moly. Okay. I need more dice. Ah! Okay. Defending against 2 combatants is difficult enough. So you're able to fire off 2 shots. Boom, boom. The first hits Stone in the shoulder, and he lets out this savage cry. But you see, as he is profiled to you, his jaw open wider, and all of those shark teeth sort of punch forward. And then he uses that on Artemis's neck and shoulder, and she rips a hand through his stomach and starts coming out the other side, tearing him away like he's nothing but a potato sack. And that's when you get your second shot, because she grabs his face, ripping it off of her neck, pulling her hand back up, and she's got a stake. And there's a beat where the 2 of you make eye contact, and you have the shot. And just before you take it, Artemis says, "You cannot escape the Maw, for you are from the Maw, and you were created to listen and obey." And you shoot her in the head, and she drops. And Stone lets out a laugh and a whoop. And he turns to you, eyes glittering, stomach contents all over the floor.
I didn't know you had it in you. I reckon I should be thanking you.
I couldn't let you get hurt.
But you know, she gonna get back up tomorrow. Unless we leave her out
No,
here for the sun.
No, she isn't. I'm going to use vicissitude, and to the audience, that is the redistribution bodily attributes. I fail that rouse check, so I grow more hungry. And then I'm going to transfer 1 of my stamina to my strength. And he's going to look at Stone. There's a way to... There's a better way. It's harder, but... He's going to stand over Artemis, and he's going to Diablerize her.
When you do,
Stone says, "That's right. It's gonna be a hard fight, but I know you'll be able to do it. And then everything that she knows you're gonna have all up in that skull of yours. From the Maw of the Maw. You know, that's kind of familiar."
and he just glories in it. And his glory in what you're about to do excites your beast. And then he walks you through what to expect. And when you look at him, both of his eyes are completely black. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh, goddamn.
Azriel,
Yeah,
roll a wits and awareness.
sure.
Question: would Aurora feel him getting this dude getting hurt?
That is 5 sucks.
I don't know that Aurora would feel that. 5.
Because she's taken his blood, so.
Stone's blood?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not blood bound yet, so you don't have
okay.
the empathy.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, you could be instinctively running that way because you feel the resonance of his blood in your vitae. But for Azriel, they've been gone a while, and you have a feeling that you maybe should go check, but you also have a feeling that you should stay exactly where you are because you have Peggy. So it's up to the player on if you...
Would I have heard the 2 gunshots?
Yes.
Oh, that's definitely bad.
Yeah. So what would Azriel do?
So it's actually between staying in there and leaving for him at this point. He wouldn't go towards it. He's not going to break the rule. He's going to wait it out.
Okay.
He doesn't, yeah, he's going to wait it out.
Okay. Then Aurora and Mori. I know we're ending. I just need to know for plotting. Wits and awarenesses, please.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Come on, dice. I know you've been hard on me today, this entire day. You got
Come on.
this.
You got this, Aurora. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Okay, hold on. To count. Da-da-da. Okay. That is right. 1 crit. Wait, crits on the red dice are okay, right? Crit.
If you get another crit, then it's messy.
It's crit. Well, it's 1 red, one black. Crit. That's 4,
yeah, it's a
5,
messy
6,
crit.
7, 8. Yeah, it's 1. Yeah, 1. It's a crit on. No, but it's 1 red. I'll show
You
it to
only
you.
need 1 red crit if it's a critical.
Damn. What did Mori get?
5?
Okay. All right, Damien.
Yep.
Lower your generation,
Okay.
and Aurora and Mori will bear witness to your final act of taboo. And now we end there for tonight. Woohoo! Diablo Rising!
All right.
I didn't think we were going to get to this point that soon, but here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.